Hello and welcome to the Stem Cell Healing Institute podcast. In case you have any questions, please send us an email to info@stemcellhealinginstitute.com. Thank you and enjoy the podcast. Hello, Mr. Avtar. This is the part 2 of the interview that we did last week, and we are glad that you are back. We still have a few questions for you since we're doing a part 2. We really like to know how was your life after the surgery that you had on your knee?
Yeah, my surgery went well. It's like I said maybe earlier that they put me. It was a Friday, the surgery in the afternoon, and then Saturday I had a visit from the physiotherapist at the hospital, and he said, "Oh, let's see how far you can walk and get out of bed. Have you been out of bed?" I said, "No." So I had a real struggle, but I managed to get out of bed and with a walker walked to the door of the room, which maybe 30 feet. And then I was like so much pain that I actually couldn't go any further. So I sat. He told me to sit down for 5-10 minutes in the chair and then walk back. And I thought, holy smokes, I didn't realize how much pain I'd be in just walking that far. And then later in the he said, "I'll come back in the afternoon." And I said, "Okay." So he came back about 3:30 in the afternoon, and he said, "Let's see what you can do now." And I said, "Oh, all right." So I walked out to the hallway of the hospital and walked all the way down to the end of the hallway and back. Of course, I was a little bit of pain, but not so bad. But I made it, and then they released me at 6:30 that day to go home. Anyway, just to let you know that my first couple of days were very hard, but I had a walker at home, and so I signed up. I found a physiotherapist that would come to the house because otherwise it's very difficult for me to get in and out of cars, as I found out leaving the hospital. As soon as he came and we started our physiotherapy, and first days were just with a walker for about 5-6 days. He came 3 times a week. The second week I already didn't need the walker. I was actually walking, and I didn't even need I was balanced, didn't even need um, the cane that I thought I might need. So it progressed really quickly, and he was really surprised. He says, he told me, I don't know if he tells every patient that, but he told me, he says, "You're the fastest recovery I've ever had of somebody with knee surgery." And so I realized that the stem cells treatment therapy that I got from Dr. Zahra, um, I call her Dr. Zahra.
Some of her patients call her Dr. Z.
I didn't mean to shorten her name so badly, but it's easier for me. Anyway, so I continued on my physio, and in no time, I was actually, by the second week, I was pretty good shape. My mobility had increased, and so I attribute that mostly to this stem cell therapy that I had. Interesting enough, over time, now this is 6-7 months later, and I'm telling you that, I've got total mobility. My my I'm just about back to 100%. My muscles are strong. I go to the gym 5 times a week. I do about an hour and a half every day, and it's progressing well. I've lost a lot of weight. I'm actually gained some weight because after surgery, I was down to like 165 pounds. I started at 200, as I told you before, and then and my wife says to me, she says, "You're too skinny. You better." So I started eating a little more, and so I'm about 175 pounds now, which is a perfect weight, and my waist is 32 and a half maybe, and weigh just like when I was 40 years ago. But some of the other interesting things I've noticed is that I'm started to grow hair again. I'm sort of bald, but I'm actually got some dark hair coming out of my head too, and I can only attribute that to the to the therapy because why would I be having dark hair coming out of my head? Normally, all my hair is gray. So that's an interesting part. If I had a known about this therapy many years ago when my first knees were starting to get, I could have maybe saved myself surgery. So I think it's interesting to know that when we start at a younger age to have need this treatment, I could have rejuvenated my cartilage in my knee if I had done it earlier, but not knowing an availability because it's not allowed in Canada at all. So this is um, something that I think people should be aware of. And that's sort of, I feel good about my treatment. I very happy I'd had it done, and it's changed my life. I feel healthier. It's and like I said, all her enhancements that she did before the surgery and the first treatment I had, I think they're so important. And the more I think about it, I think we should have it be available to have it done anywhere in the world for that matter, because really it's a safe way and it treats the injuries, potential injuries, and things that we run into in our old age. If we can keep our original body, and muscles and bones and cartilages in good shape, I think it would probably last. We may not need all these surgeries. That's really what I wanted to say today.
Okay, Mr. Avtar, if I may ask you, how old are you?
I am 77. I'm going to be 78 in October.
Wow, you look pretty good for your age. Um,
Everybody thinks I'm 56. I know people just I go through the customs lineup and where they do the checking, and the guy says you can go through. You don't have to take your shoes off because you're 77. I says, but you don't look it. He says, I don't believe it.
so,
Funny.
may I say that the stem cells play an important role on this quick recovery that you had?
Yes, I would definitely attribute it to the stem cells therapy and this treatment that I had from Dr. Zahra. Um, that's there's no guessing about it in my mind because it wouldn't have been this way before otherwise.
And overall, you said that you felt much better after receiving the stem cells, not only
Even
on your knees. Yeah.
yes, overall my body is different. I mean, I've changed myself. My body's changed. I feel better. I have more energy, and it changed my lifestyle in that respect. I realized that certain things, too much alcohol, too much anything, is bad for you, and you avoid it. And then I like, believe it or not, I was never a vegetarian, but I do not mind being a vegetarian.
Uh,
I'm not a vegetarian. I eat everything anyway, but it's like I have a lot more vegetables with my food, salads and things like that. And Dr. Zara has given us a good hints on what things to eat and make us feel better. She says, "Oh, we still can have a drink once in a while, a glass of wine. It's okay. We must enjoy our life also." So,
but that means that you were a good patient because you followed the direction
oh,
that she gave you.
I I am totally that person. It's pretty. I've followed it to a T.
Because that's very
Because it's a
important.
very because it's very important to me,
Uh,
to feel good about you, all how you feel and how your day goes, and I sleep good at night. It just during the first week in surgery, after surgery, it wasn't good because it was always a lot of pain, but
yeah,
yeah,
but that's
but after
normal.
that, like wow, mind you, so I'm very happy about it. So that's all I
So,
wanted.
We really appreciate your testimonial, Mr. Avtar. And I don't know if you would like to add something else.
No, I think that's all. I just think people should be aware of it, and if they, even younger people, you don't have to get old to have this treatment. As it, and there's other things that I'm talking about, muscles and knee replacement, but there's other parts of the body that some people have problems with. I think it would be excellent for them to investigate this.
And I know I asked you this on the previous podcast, but I would like to know, as a person, Dr. Figueredo, she treated you not like another patient, but I mean, she's not the typical doctor, right?
Yeah, she's a very good doctor, caring doctor. That's what we noticed, that she's wants to make sure about everything and ask you how you feel, and her follow up. I mean, I get messages from her every month just about how are you feeling, how's things, this and that, and she wants to continue. She wants to see hear about all the things that are happening that are good or bad, and which is very good to know, because it gives her good feedback on what she's doing, and if she's can improve things or however, that would even be better for patients. And every patient is different.
Have you considered to get another boost of stem cells?
Who knows? Perhaps.
It's gonna make you feel younger.
Maybe I'll live to be 100 then.
You never know.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, my
yeah.
grandma was 94 years old when she passed. Yeah.
Wow, wow. Okay, that's good. Yeah. No, my father died my father died at 56 from a heart condition, and I was so fearful that I got the same problem, but I'm still kicking around and I
Yeah.
feel good, so I'm trying to beat that record.
Well, stem cells can help you out with that.
Yeah, yeah, they for sure. That's how I feel.
All right, Mr.
I mean,
Aptar.
it's about it's not about, I feel that as long as I can walk around and do all the things I want to do, then it's
Exactly.
helpful. Yes. It's like, I don't want to be in a home and not being able to do anything. That's not like living anyway, as far as I'm concerned.
Being independent is just it.
Yep. But looking after yourself, being able to do things, and I try to do everything I can.
Well, you are a very nice person. I really enjoyed this interview with you. And hopefully, next time you come to Guatemala, we will meet in person.
For sure. We'll do that. Okay.
You take
Thank you
care,
so
Mr.
much.
Aptar.
Okay. Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you for listening. In case you have any questions, please visit our website, stemcellhealinginstitute.com. Or you may send us an email to info@stemcellhealinginstitute.com. If you want to contact us from North America, you may dial +1 209 690 7836. If you want to send us a message through WhatsApp, please add us at +502 4220 7297. And this is how you find us on our social media. On Facebook, Stem Cell Healing Institute. On Instagram, Stem Cell HI. On Spotify, Stem Cell Healing Institute. On YouTube, Stem Cell Healing Institute. We hope to hear from you. Thank you.